Episode 2. The scene opens up on the land of Transylvania where we see Fantastic Four on a hiking expedition and they seem to have lost their way. Then Reed overstretches and sees a castle up ahead from the top view and they make a move for it. They are stopped by this person who happens to be the mayor of Transylvania.
Explains that the castle belonged to Diablo, who was an evil sorcerer and a potions master, and then he explains.
And how his ancestors hunted him down. He was an evil sorcerer who used his magic potions for his own selfish desire. Then the legend says that after 100 years, he will be awakened by a much stronger human. So everybody takes a look at Ben because he seems to fit the description. Then they all go to sleep. Ben sleeps like a sleeping beauty. Then we see a aroma like thing, which is an entity, enter into Ben's room and it apparently has a voice of Diablo. And it says, "Come to me, Ben, come to me." Then, obviously, Ben, having no control of his motor functions, it leads him straight to the tomb of Diablo where he opens the top covering, which is a steel tubing, and unleashes Diablo onto humanity. Diablo then promises to reward Ben for his loyalty and his great task. And then we see Fantastic Four trying to search Ben where he went. Obviously, they come across the tomb and encounter that only he could have lifted the steel covering. And so they all meet Diablo and Ben. Ben says that Diablo has promised to make him look more like a human. And obviously, Reed tries to attack and breaks the mind control thing, but he is stopped by Ben, who ties his horns like a knot. We then see Johnny attacking Diablo, but again he is stopped by Ben, who throws sand on Johnny. Then they both order the Fantastic Four to leave them alone and get lost. Reed quickly grabs a test tube containing the viable serum of Diablo, and then they may head to their own workstation laboratory and begin to analyze it. We then see Diablo merchandising and advertising his serum company, which ranging products from indestructible shields for weapons and infinite food produce. Then we see Reed testing it and finds that it is just a fraud and the effects are temporary and will wear off. Then we see Ben feeling bad. He takes the serum again, but realizes that yes, he looks the same as before and it was all a scheme for his loyalty. But again, Diablo paralyzes him using a special paralysis serum. And then we see the effects wearing off, fruits to dry trees and etc. Then Fantastic Four heads to attack Diablo, have a final super showdown. The army which Diablo has bought off from his company, they attack Johnny, but again he dodges them. Then we see Sue attacking the two soldiers who are trying to freeze her. Yeah, it's a special serum which completely immobilizes the prey or victim. Then she points the gun at Diablo, but then Diablo again uses a paralysis potion. She is, however, saved by Johnny, who tries to attack him with a fire lasso, but again he threatens to use the special serum on all, just release it in open air. Then we see the two escaping to a special location, but where they're later greeted by their fellow leader, Reed Richards, who squeezes the crevices and they both go and see Ben, who is locked in a test tube. Johnny tries to break the glass using fire, but again to no avail. Then we see Diablo in a final encounter. Diablo then uses his paralysis serum on every one of them using his gun and then locks them in the special test tube. But unfortunately, Ben somehow regains consciousness and his motor responses, and then he breaks the glass. Obviously, Diablo locks the day on his way out, but again, Ben takes a shortcut and tries to just stomp the floor, and the vibrational energy from this shakes the whole castle and breaks the glass too. Diablo makes a run for his life, but he's stopped by the Fantastic Four, surrounded on all fronts and all sides. Ben obviously is very mad on his revenge. Then they lead Diablo to his own tomb, lock it, and Johnny Liver burns it to the ground. Ben lays the final rocks to his coffin. I guess they're done. The legend of Diablo is done once and for all.